Here we are on Monday morning. My parts to install the final wingtip have arrived, so that'll be first job off the rank today will be to install the second wingtip. Then there's really nothing preventing the two upper wings from being installed. Yeah, they can pretty much be put on. We're getting closer. Then there's no reason we can't do the fuel calibration. So anyway, that's where we are. I finally pulled the tent down, the paint tent. It's been removed and it'll shortly be on its way to the rubbish dump. But anyway, let's get into it. That's where we are. Let's start the week. Bye now. Well, the upper wings are, well, they're sort of on. They're not on permanently yet. There's still some things like these bolts that have to be changed out for proper nylocks, but and the cables will have to be correctly tensioned and lock wired. But otherwise, the wings are in place, and they're looking pretty sweet. I'll continue on this over the next few days, and yeah, it shouldn't be too much longer. I can now that I've got fuel tanks sitting above the engine, the battery's installed. You know, I think we owe it to ourselves really to fire it up. It's not there yet, but it's not very many days away from starting it up either. So anyway, that's it. That's where we are, and I'll continue on tomorrow. Sorry I didn't record putting the wings on. It was too difficult. There were only two of us here to do the job, and you can't lift the wings and record at the same time. Simple as that. But anyway, that's it for the day. Well, here we are for a quick Thursday afternoon catch up. Let's see. I've started to install the fairing between the two wings. I've got to install a couple of lights up there, so that'll be ongoing for a day or two. The cables have all been tensioned and the correct hardware is on them. I still have to lock wire them up. This is just a random assortment. There's some more up the front there, down here. The ailerons need to be adjusted. As you can, well, they're both ailerons are sitting down. That one's down just a little bit, and that one should be down about the same. Well, that's not good enough. They've got to be adjusted up, which is pretty simple. Well, you can see here on the tip, that's about the mismatch that we've got. They've got to be adjusted up to about there. I'll do that. I just haven't got to that particular job yet. The pitot system's installed. It's a bit dinky looking thing. You can't guess, I made it myself. I gave it a hit with the leaf blower before, and yeah, the leaf blower will pull 100 knots. So V&E's 104, so we're doing all right. Yeah. Anyway, I have a plan, but it'll probably always leak oil, which is just par for the course for radial engines. That's all. But no, it's getting pretty close. I could do the engine runs now. I've got the fuel tanks connected. I've even got fuel, believe it or not, but I've got a bit of a traffic jam. It's a bit tricky to get out to the outside so I can start it up. Tim's got an ignition problem on his RV7. This is, I haven't spoken about this Renegade. This is Rosie's Renegade. She's a friend and a neighbour. It's virtually brand new. It has, on the maintenance release, there were 7 entries. So it's flown 7 times, basically. And yeah, it looks pretty good. There'll be more things said about this in coming videos. The Magnus is visiting this. These people, their hangar burnt down, and they hit me up for some hangar space the other day, which I really didn't need to. I really didn't need to do that at this point in time. But anyway, they're friends, and they've got their hangar space. But that's it. That's where we are. I'll do a proper catch up tomorrow, and hopefully some of these little niggly things will be completed and out of the way by tomorrow. So, yep, it's pretty good. All right, see you later on. Bye now. Well, we've got a few more details sorted out. The aeroplane's ready to run. I haven't put fuel in it yet, but that's about all it needs. But you know, getting through the other aeroplanes that are having maintenance so that I can start it up is a little bit tricky at the moment. A couple of the details that I've been working on: the lighting for the fuel level the level gauges. There's the level gauges up there between the wings, and above them, those yellow lemony coloured things are LED strip lights. I've also added these today on the wires. They look pretty reasonable. They're pretty neat. No, most of all the cables, these cables have all been adjusted and they're ready to lock wire, and that's a hell of a process actually, lock wiring these up. Let me just talk through what we did with the wings. I put the lower wings on a couple of videos ago, whatever. And when it came time to put the upper wings on, which was only a few days ago, I basically put them, I put them here on the interplane struts. Yeah, I set them up on there. And believe it or not, they're more or less reasonable with regards balance. And then you slowly bring it over, walk it over, and put it on these two cabane struts. When I did that, and then put the other wing on, the two wings didn't join up like they did when I was building. So we had to adjust these cables, yeah, the crossover ones on the front cabanes. And that pulled the two wings together, because if you pull on that cable, it also pulls on this cable, yeah, and pulls the lower wing up. But it also pulls the upper wing towards the centre. So yeah, did that, you know, 1 or 2 turns on this one, 1 or 2 turns on wherever it is, that one, and so on, until I got the two wings together to put the bolts in. Rechecked the dihedral, because we're now pulling this wing up, and sure enough, I then had to back these ones off this one and the one on the other side, to come back to my 3 degrees of dihedral. That puts the upper wing level. So that was just one of those things in passing. Obviously the wings are, now that they're painted and fabricked and everything else, are heavier, so they tend to sit down a little bit, you know, they're heavy, so they tend to squat a little bit more. But anyway, that's that one. I haven't really shown you this aeroplane much. We're doing the 5-year rubber change on the engine. My God, that's a fairly big exercise. It's also a fairly expensive one. The kit of rubber parts to do one of these Rotecs is almost $1,800. By the time you paid for the postage to get it here from the Rotecs dealer is in Melbourne, to get the parts freighted here, you're not going to get any change out of $1,800. So yeah, it's quite an expensive exercise. But anyway, that's it. You know the rules. It's Friday night here, and I want to try and get this video out tonight. So yeah, try and get your feet off the ground if you can. I guess next week we're going to try and take this outside and make a lot of smoke, because everything's full of oil. So I'll try and record what I do before I start it up, and I'll obviously record starting it up. But yeah, so there you go. That's what we're trying to achieve, and that's going to have to be next week now. I haven't done anything about the ailerons. The ailerons, for the same reason as the wings not going back in exactly the same spot as they did, the ailerons are both sagged a little bit because you've got the weight of the aileron. It's not counterbalanced or anything like that, like some ailerons are. And you've also got the weight of the upper aileron pushing down through this rod onto the lower one. So they just have to be adjusted back up again so they're streamlined. And I just haven't done it. Simple as that. I've been changing fire shield on these. This is a fair few of the hoses anyway, off this Renegade. And yeah, installing new fire shield and so on. So I've been, like I say, working on other projects. But that's it. That's it for the week, and I'll catch up with you next week. Bye now. See you then. Bye now.